So agenda today, I'm 5 minutes below, 5 minutes behind, but it's fine. We're gonna catch up. So we're gonna start. We started with the welcome introduction. Now I will continue with AI first thinking. I want to talk about what is AI first thinking and how you can be AI first thinking, right? And then I want to quickly talk about this AI fluency bootcamp we're very excited about. So we're gonna have it in September, and then I'll pass this to another James talking about top three underused AI tools. And then I will take it back to talk about effective prompting. And then I'll spend some time. I'll give you more details about AI Fluency Bootcamp at the end. Then we're gonna leave 20 minutes for the Q&A and show up bonus. Okay. So you do have a show up bonus if you can stay to the end of the workshop. We're gonna give you all the slides we presented today. There are a lot of prompts, a lot of templates. You're gonna really appreciate that. So stay to the end of the workshop. We're gonna share with you the all the slides we have today. So we're gonna start with AI first thinking. Okay. So what is AI first thinking? So AI first thinking to me is about knowing the right roles AI can play in your daily workflow. So what is AI role? What's the role of AI? How can I use AI? So it's also about building the habit of using AI to reduce repetitive work and enhance creativity. So it's about asking, how could AI help me with this before starting any tasks? So basically, you have AI always in your mind. You are trying to explore opportunities, explore places you can use AI to make your life easier. Okay, so the AI first thinking as a habit, as a mindset, is gonna be so crucial for you to be more productive in your career, to be successful in your business. AI first thinking. Okay, so why this matters now? Because AI has been growing so fast, and I guess everyone agrees with me, right? In the past 3 or 4 years, the capabilities, the tools, just transforming work across all the industries, including education, right? Teachers are feeling overwhelmed, left behind, and unsure where to begin. AI first thinking will allow you to reclaim control and use AI proactively, not reactively. Okay, so the AI first thinking. So I want to help you understand more. So I have some examples. So what's like, to be AI first thinking? So AI first thinking examples in teaching. Number one, lesson planning, right? So lesson planning, a lot of people mention lesson planning at the beginning. When I ask what is the one thing you wanted to, what is the one thing you wanted to, no, to use AI to help you, right? Lesson planning. So the situation, let's say, you want to prepare a 45 minutes lesson on present perfect for adult learners. I know there are a lot of English teachers, so I want to when you use this example. Let's say you want to prepare a 45-minute lesson on present perfect for adult learners. And then the traditional approach for people who don't have this AI first thinking habit or mindset, they might just spend more than 45 minutes, right? Googling slides and finding Googling ideas, finding worksheets, adapting old materials to prepare. But for people who have AI first thinking, they will just go to AI, go to ChatGPT, for example, and then use ChatGPT to help them build that material very quickly. For example, you can ask ChatGPT or or other AI tools, create a 45-minute lesson plan on the present perfect tense for B1 adult ES learners. Includes intro practice activities, pair work, discussion, questions. Okay, so I'm gonna do a very quick demo so you know what I mean. So with the AI first thinking, okay, instead of just Googling, instead of just thinking about my own materials, how can I adapt them and spend more than 45 minutes? Now you can just use this prompt to start with. You go to ChatGPT. So for those of you who are not familiar with ChatGPT, we're not gonna cover the basics, okay? So I will just assume you used ChatGPT before, and then you go to ChatGPT, and then you put down this prompt, right? And then ChatGPT will start building. And then this might not be perfect, but gonna save you so much time for the heavy lifting, the groundwork, right? At the beginning. And you can see the ChatGPT is going to prepare the kind of outline of the lesson, objectives with the breakdown of what you're gonna do for 5 minutes, first 5 minutes, then 8 minutes, And then it follows your suggestion, right? Intro, practice activities, pair work, discussion questions. As you can see, there also control practice with examples, right? And then pair work, communication practice, 12 minutes. So it's very detailed outline. Again, it might not be perfect. You still need to revise, adapt, but how much time it gonna save you, right? From 45 plus time to prepare this lesson to have this to start with. So this is just one example, right? Lesson planning. I'm gonna go back to the slides. So let me know what you guys think, especially if you're not familiar with this. Some of you probably already doing it, right? So lesson planning, what people do with the AI first thinking mindset or habit. Yep. So some of you probably already using it, some of you probably don't. So this is the one example. The second example, let's think about feedback on students' homework, right? So a lot of teachers, classroom teachers or independent teachers, you give feedback on their homework. Let's say you just received 25 student videos and they need to give detailed feedback. And then, traditional approach, people without AI first thinking, they just write individual comments one by one, time consuming and repetitive. So with AI first thinking, what you're gonna do? You just go to ChatGPT, say, hey, based on the rubric and my notes, because you're taking notes while you are doing the feedback, write personalized feedback for each student's presentation. So basically, AI can already summarize and produce this feedback in a very personalized way with the notes you've taken to save you time. That makes sense. So this is another example. The third example, catching up absent students. If a student missed a class, either in a classroom or in your group sessions, and they want a quick summary of what was covered, and then traditional approach, you retype the class summary manually and re-explain it via email or call, right? But AI first thinking people a teacher is gonna do just go to AI, summarize this class worksheet and notes into an audio-friendly explanation for students who missed class. Keep it simple and clear, and then boom, you will have that material notes and the message you're gonna send to the absent students, right? Number four, parent-teacher conference prep. I know this happens a lot with classroom teachers. You need to prepare notes and talking points for multiple student meetings. And then previously, you might just manually summarize student performance from multiple sources, trying to put together and prepare yourself for that, right? With AI first thinking, you just go to AI, say, summarize the student's performance, attendance, and progress notes into a 1-minute script that can use during a parent-teacher conference. Include one strength and one area for growth. So then AI will just review everything you shared and summarize this and help you produce this 1-minute script that highlights, right, the strengths and area for growth and how much time they're going to save you for that, especially you have a lot of parent teacher meetings. So this is for just a couple examples, AI first thinking teaching. A few more examples for independent teachers. I know there are a lot of independent teachers right now watching the workshop right now. For example, follow messages after sales call. Okay, you just had a sales call, right, with somebody, and you want to follow up with the potential students after the call, but you're not sure how to strike the right tone, how to write it, right? And then previously, you probably spent 30 minutes drafting, editing a polite message from scratch. Now you can just go to AI and say, hey, write a friendly and a professional follow-up email after discovery call with an adult English learner. Mention we discussed their learning goals and offer a reminder link to book a package. Below are my sales notes and the program information. Then you just copy paste your sales notes and your program into this ChatGPT, this AI prompt, and then boom, the AI will generate a follow message or email that perfectly personalized, customized for this particular student, and with the right tone, and you're gonna be impressed by the message they can generate for you and how much time that will help you. Okay, yeah. So let me know how you guys feel so far. I'm trying to help you understand the applications, how the AI first thinking people, the habits is. So there's so many applications. I'm not going to cover all of them, but that habits, whenever you start a task, you ask yourself, okay, how AI is going to help me with this? How can I use AI to make my life easier? That's AI first thinking habit. And I want to show you examples where you can actually use it. So let me know in the comments how you guys feel so far. All good, all good. It's good, it's good, it's good. All right, great. So where's the example five? I have 12 examples in total, okay? The next example, for example, you're for independent teachers, right? A lot of times you have to promote your course, your program, and then you are launching, let's say you are launching a new math course and need a companion email, right? Then previously you probably gonna spend an hour starting at a blank doc and second guessing your writing, just try to do because not everyone is a good copywriter. So now you can just go to AI and say, hey, write a persuasive email promoting a new 6-week algebra course for high school students emphasize confidence, speaking clarity, and career impact, not career impact. I guess I'll change that. No career impact and great, something like that. Great, right? So then, let me write down. It's so simple. Let me just write down here, and then we can do a quick demo, right? So I'm just giving examples. These prompts are not following the best practice. I just wanted to make it simple for you guys, okay? But as you can see, even this prompt is not the best. You already get a good understanding of how AI can help you start from scratch, so you don't have to waste time to start from scratch, right? You can save a lot of time. And you can see this message, right? This message, this email is not perfect, but it's already have a lot of good structures in place, and then you can just keep improving it. And then that's the time you can save from not starting from scratch, right? That's another example, right? So a lot of people do this, writing sales emails, and then they don't know what to do. And you can use ChatGPT or other AI tool to help you get started. So the next one, role play, yeah, by the way, we have 191 teachers watching right now, okay? Great to have you guys here. And if you join late, this is recorded, but please, join, pay attention to the session and make sure you stay to the end. We'll share all the slides with you at the end, okay? And participate, focus, because this is the best time to learn, and you are here to learn, right? This is the best time to learn, to listen, to practice, to engage. Okay, number 7 example, role-playing sales objection handling. So actually I get this inspired by James. We were having the live session. He said he actually doing this with the ChatGPT, have a sales coach. So I was like, okay, you can role play sales objection handling. I know a lot of teachers, they're not salespeople, their sales skills can be improved. Okay, either you hire a sales coach to coach you, right? You can just practice with ChatGPT with the AI already. So let's say you are nervous about sales calls and doesn't know how to respond to this objection. I can't afford it. And then previously, probably just practice and rest, scratch, and thinking about, okay, how can I do it better? Now you can just go to AI, go to ChatGPT, say, hey, act as a potential student who says they can't afford a $300 course. I'm the teacher. Let's do a role play conversation. Give me realistic pushback and objections. So you're gonna actually practice with ChatGPT either like just text or you can do the voice mode, right? Just talk. So this is how you can use AI to help you with sales. Prepare a proposal for a new school client. Like if you are working with businesses, with companies, you can it takes time to develop proposals, and some of you probably did that before. Now you can use ChatGPT or AI, just say, hey, write a short professional proposal for a teacher offering a 4-hour workshop on presentation skills to the management team of a tech company, include blah blah blah, and then AI will develop the proposal with a very good structure to start with. Again, it might not be perfect because this prompt is not perfect, but you can already save a lot of time, not start from scratch. All right. So these are the examples. Going to work very well for you if you're an independent teacher. And another area when it comes to teaching, like a lot of teachers will find very helpful, saving time, is the logistics. Okay, logistics. So for example, create invoices automatically, right? So invoicing that's kind of very time consuming, and you need to send an invoice to a school or corporate training clients. And previously you have to copy the old invoice, retype everything, worry about formatting. Now you can just ask AI to create it and also create a downloadable Word document. generate professional invoice in Word format for a freelancer teacher, include teacher name, client service detail, hours worked, rate total, and payment terms. So then AI will actually generate that for you. So this is quite convenient, right? Number 10, organize class schedule and bookings. So let's say you teach private students and want to keep track of bookings, payments, and cancellations. That's a lot of work. Previously, you use messy spreadsheets, scattered notes, and try to remember in your head, right? Now you can just ask AI, hey, create a Google Sheet template to manage my private tutoring schedule, including student name, session dates, payment status, and notes. And then AI gonna create that Google Sheet for you already to help you organize all this information. And if you don't know how to use it, you can even ask AI, hey, show me how to use it and tell me how to use it, right? So the AI gonna actually explain how you can use this to manage your schedule and bookings, right? Number 11, write a tutor contract, right? Contract. I remember like when I first started business, whenever I need to write a contract, I have to look for examples online. I have to pay somebody to write it. Now you just need to go to AI, right? So to say, write a contract for a freelancer teacher offering private online lessons to adults, include payment terms, cancellation policy, lesson formats, rescheduling, and data privacy. All right, so let's do a demo. You can see this very quickly, a very easy one. Okay, we'll go to ChatGPT, then you just copy this prompt. So write a contract for freelancer teacher, right? Offering, and then this is a good beginning, right? Starting point. And of course, you can edit things. For example, the cancellation policy. If you want to tell ChatGPT already the details, it's fine. But if you want to just go there and edit it, right? Scope of services, lesson format, payment terms, cancellation, rescheduling. So how much time gonna save you? Again, right? The beginning work, which is gonna be the most time consuming part, right? Termination, governing law. So it has all the typical sections that a contract needs, and then what you need to do, right? You just copy paste and edit it and send it out. Right? How much I'm gonna send you? Gonna save you at least gonna save me like 1 hour, 2 hours at least to have something like this to start with, right? That's a contract. I did a demo. Last but not least, like track monthly income and expense, right? So we are not a bookkeepers, we're not accountants. So you want to track your earnings, expense to manage your income, prepare for tax. You can also use AI, right? Previously, you probably just do everything manually, and you're gonna spend a lot of time every year for tax return and everything. But now you can just ask AI to help you create a budget expense tracker and include all of this. Again, if you don't know how to use this, you can, hey, show me how to use it. And whenever you have questions, okay, I have this expense, where should I put it? You can always go back to AI to help you. So these are examples, right? So I want to have a quick practice with you guys. Think about one thing, one task this week you didn't use AI for, but now realize you could have. Think about one task this week that you didn't use AI for, but now realize you could have. I want you to share in the chat. Let us know what you would ask the AI to do. Okay, think about this week so far. Today Thursday, right? Okay, what you could have used AI but you didn't. Let me just read some of the comments. Okay, and okay, let me know the feedback. I know I'm a little bit fast right now. I'm trying to catch up with the time. Okay, let me see here. What's the one thing? Uh, Okay, let's get here. Invoicing, sales coaching. Okay, send an invoice, my budget, sales objections, copay. Okay. Um, Analytics for sales data, while for cooking and for measurement in storage, spreadsheet creation, sales practice, student feedback, income expense, invoice, and budgeting. I use it every day for student tracking, feedback, rate, role playing objection. Wow, wow. So write practice activities prep. Okay, how to plan for a school field trip. Good, good, good. Now I realize I could have asked AI to help me keep track of which student had paid and how many sessions they have. Yeah, this is great. It's great. Okay, there's a lot of invoicing. A lot of people mention invoicing. Okay, find certain clients, making my course plan, using that as a coach for myself. Exactly, exactly. Lesson ideas. Okay, great, great. And someone said I use ChatGPT sometimes it's not accurate, so hallucinate. Actually, yeah, I will talk about effective prompting very soon about that. Okay. Okay, okay. Great. Love the answers. If you, I mean, again, right, the best way to learn is to pay attention to what we do and engage. I want you guys to really type your answers in the chat. Even if I don't have time to read it. No, that's really how you can learn better, right? Don't just lay back and just listen, then you probably gonna fall asleep at some point, right? Uh, okay, okay. All right, great. Thanks for sharing that, guys. Okay. Okay, so next I want to ask how many of you guys want to say yes if you want to develop this AI first thinking habit and then make it your default mode? So this AI first thinking, so every time you try to do something, ask yourself, hey, can AI help me with something like this? And you want to make it default mode. So oftentimes, you don't even know. Like today, right? I give you 12 examples. How many actually you are following, you are using? There are probably another 200 things that AI can help, but you need to develop this AI first thinking habits, right? Make it a default mode. Then you will do things people never told you to do, but AI helps you save so much time, avoid burnouts, right? Help you build more confidence in whatever you're working on, right? So say yes if you want to develop this AI first mode. I see a lot of yeses there. Thanks for sharing that. Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. That's great. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So if you say yes or you want to say yes, I want to quickly talk about this AI Fluency bootcamp. I'm very excited about. So we're gonna have it in September. Okay. So this AI Fluency bootcamp is going to be a group course. We're going to be working together with you. So we plan to start it on September 8th and it will end on November 7th. That's 8 weeks in total. Okay. So we are going to host this only once a year. We don't have the time and for this, we're just only going to host this once a year. So next time we're going to host it, going to be a year from now. All right. So we do have the 30-day money back guarantee, risk-free for you to give it a try. If you don't find it helpful, you can always ask for a refund, okay? And we're giving some special bonuses for people, for you, for everyone who's here right now at the live session. We're gonna give you two bonuses and only for the first 20 who enroll, okay? Number one, 30-minute one-on-one AI coaching call with me. So we can explore all the AI topics you want to talk about, look at things you do. So a 30 minutes one-on-one session with me, it's $150 I will have charged if you just pay for it. Now I'll give it for free. 30 minutes one-on-one AI coaching call with me. The second bonus is an AI starter course. So we had a course, 3 years ago when ChatGPT 3.5 first came out. It was a great course for beginner teachers. So I want to have this course just in case some of you feel like, oh, this is too advanced for me. If that is you, you're gonna get this AI starter course and you're gonna take it between now and September 8th, and you will be so ready for this bootcamp. Okay, so everyone can get this, if you join and enroll as the first 20. So what's including the bootcamp? It's going to be an 8-week bootcamp. We're going to give you structured learning and real-time support so you can confidently apply AI in your daily teaching practice. We're going to have 4 live training sessions, okay? So these are sessions we're going to teach you, we're going to help you, coach you, and help you build fundamental skills in AI first thinking, effective prompting. We're going to show you how to create custom GPTs, how to use notebook LMs, and then there are other tools too. So we're going to have 4 Q&A sessions. So we're gonna have 4 live training, 4 Q&A sessions, and it alternates. Okay, training, Q&A, training, Q&A. So this Q&A session is gonna help you, gonna give you feedback and help you apply what you learn and stay on track. Training, Q&A, one per week, and then there's daily support with the WhatsApp group. So we're gonna put together a WhatsApp group. You can get support there, instant help, We're gonna bring some ideas, stay accountable with these community of teachers who are learning alongside of you. So everyone in that community, in that WhatsApp group, are ready to become better at AI, and we have a team in that group to support you. Okay, and you're gonna have a lifetime access to all the session recordings, all the ready-made, prompts and templates even after the bootcamp ends. You keep everything you got from this bootcamp, and you have a lifetime access. Okay, so we want to make sure this course, this group course, this bootcamp is not a passive course. It's not just you learning, watching videos and reading things. We want to make it a guided, hands-on experience. We want you to take action. We want you to make mistakes. We want you to do things together with us so you actually learn, right? To help you build real AI fluency without feeling overwhelmed. So you don't have to do it alone. Then you get overwhelmed and you stop. It's a guided, hands-on experience we're gonna give to you. Okay, you know now to secure two bonuses. So if you want to save time, reduce burnout, feel confident in using AI in just 8 weeks, so this course is costs $299. Okay, and for the first 20, you're gonna receive the two bonuses. Again, 30-minute session with me and the AI course for teachers. The lifetime access to the AI Starter course is $199 you need to pay to get a lifetime access to the course. So there's a link I will share with you once I pass to James. I'll share with you with that link. If you want to be the first 20, you want to join before the workshop, join now to get the two bonuses. Okay. All right, I'm gonna share this with you now. James, are you ready to take over?
Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I'm ready. Thanks, James.
Okay, so I'm
Right, let
gonna
me share my screen.
remove my spotlight. I'll give you the spotlight, and you can take it over. Great. And if you guys
All
have
right.
questions about what I cover and also the bootcamp, I'll be like commenting and responding. Now we'll just give time to James to continue. James.
Yeah, thanks, James. Hey, everybody. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's so nice to see such an active chat and some really good comments. Actually, many of you wrote things that I've also thought about many times and that, I guess we all worry about. But I think today, I think we'll learn some useful skills, especially to help us with our business. First, before we get started, can everyone hear me? And can everyone see the screen that I'm sharing? Just say yes if you can. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, great. I got it. So, one other question before we get started. What's your favorite AI tool? Which is the tool? I know many of you use ChatGPT, especially if there's some other tool that you use. It'd be great to hear. Yeah, I see ChatGPT is going to come up a lot. And I see a lot of you spoke about the other common tools, the other popular tools like Grok, Gemini, Claude. Yeah, they're all great and all extremely useful if you can play around with them and use them for different functions. They're all really great. Okay, but today we're going to go over just three tools that yeah, I think are really underused and can really help us in our teaching and our business. Okay, great. Yeah, I see Perplexity, great. Grok, Gemini, DeepSeek is the open source one. That's great. Notebook LM, fantastic. We'll talk about that. Um, and any other new AI Studio, fantastic as well. That's great. That's getting a little bit more advanced. That's a great, I think, Luciana. Copilot, yeah, great. Okay, so let's get into the tools we're going to discuss today. Of course, there are so many tools we can discuss, but we're going to focus on three specifically today. Gamma, I think, is the presentation creating tool, right? Yeah, I think that's also really a great tool. There are quite a few of those as well. Okay, so let's get into today's tools. So we're going to talk, before I get into that, let me quickly introduce myself, will be a good idea. My name is James. I'm from South Africa and I'm a teacher entrepreneur. I focus mostly on the pharmaceutical industry, teaching pharmaceutical sales and marketing professionals who want to improve their English for professional development. And I'm really crazy about AI as well. I'm by no means, the be all and end all when it comes to AI, but I'm really excited to try out new tools, and I use AI all the time for my business. So I hope some of the tips and tools we'll share with you today will also be helpful to you. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about custom GPTs. And James, you mentioned about custom GPTs. And yeah, I think this is underused. It's been in ChatGPT for a long time. And you probably have seen the GPT store where people create GPTs and they make them available for other people. But the good thing is we can use ChatGPTs for our own purpose, our own business. And it's really got some amazing applications. So let's first get into what a custom GPT is, okay? So basically, a custom GPT is ChatGPT, okay? Whatever version using, if you're using 5 or the old versions, o 03 or 4, it's basically just a GPT that you have given specific instructions to. Okay, so you're going to put in the name of the GPT, the brief description of the GPT, and also exactly how you want the GPT to behave, and it will work according to the instructions you've given it. Okay, so it's a lot less general than traditional ChatGPT, and so you can tailor it to achieve certain outcomes with your learners or with your students. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, there's just a few applications I've listed here that we'll talk about. The first one is a lesson GPT. So this lesson GPT would be something that a GPT that's created for a specific lesson in your course or in your teaching. Okay, so you would teach the GPT your lesson, and it would help your student to practice. Okay, then there's a student GPT. This GPT would, for example, be trained to help a specific student get from where they are to where they want to go. Okay, so it would we'll go more into detail with this, but it's basically going to understand the level of the student, the struggles of the student, the goals of the student, and then it will work with the student independently to help the student to make progress. Um, you'll see we can also add files, slides, or PDFs to the custom GPT when we train it, so that it can have context to help our clients. And also, James mentioned it as well. There's voice mode, and it's voice mode is incredible breakthrough and so useful, especially for language learning. I hope we don't feel as teachers that it's a threat, because if we use it well, then we can use it to enhance our teaching. And so voice mode is really great. And basically, instead of typing everything, your student, your learner can speak with the GPT to practice whatever it is that they need to practice. Okay. All right, so let's go on. Oh, I just shared a screenshot of one of my GPTs. If you've never seen one, what it looks like when you open one, you can see it on the screen here. Basically, it's got a title and a description, and then they use it as you would use GPT. Yeah, someone's asking about the Pro version. To be honest, to get some of the features, yeah, you'll need to be on the Pro version. It's something I also wrestled with myself, whether to get the Pro version as a teacher entrepreneur. And I think that the benefits far outweigh the costs. And I think if you use it and you play with it, I think you'll find that perhaps. But yeah, some of the functionality we're going to talk about may require the Pro version. So yeah, it might be worth trying it out for a month, see if you find it beneficial. But I'm sure you will if you use it to the maximum capacity. Okay, all right. So let's get into the custom GPT. So why should you use a custom GPT? Custom GPT can act as a 24/7 clone of you. Of course, it doesn't use your voice. There are some tools that allow you to do that, but I think that's a little bit beyond our scope today. But the ChatGPT voice mode for the new GPT versions is really good. It's really lifelike, really human-like, and it's really relatable for your learners. They'll feel comfortable using it, and it can be with them anytime. So we are limited by time and space. We can only be in so many places we can only be in one place at one time. But the custom GPT can be there for you to help your student to practice outside of your usual lesson times. It offers differentiated learning. You can use ChatGPT or custom GPTs more generally or very specifically. Now, I found it really useful to use it very specifically because you can create basically an unlimited amount of custom GPTs. So I make them one for a student and one for a lesson in my course. And this allows very specific training and doesn't allow the GPT to go off onto other tangents. It keeps it quite focused. And then faster feedback loops. The voice mode gives an opportunity for them to practice and also get feedback whenever they want. And if you encourage your learner to practice, then of course we know that will have many benefits for them if they're a language learner. And then scalable income stream. Well, I think this is a really great thing for us as if we are entrepreneurs or business people. The fact that you can add this AI bot to your course gives you additional value to offer potential clients. And I found this to really to be true. I think when the learners or the prospective clients realize that they can practice anytime with the link that you just provide to them, and they don't have to pay, for the pro, then yeah, it's really an excellent value add. Okay. Okay, and unfortunately, we don't have the time to go through a detailed demo of how to set up a custom GPT, but in the slides, you'll receive the slides later. In the slides, you will see there's a link to a discussion myself and James had where we went through in a little more detail about how to set up a custom GPT. And of course, we will also cover this in detail in the boot camp as well. So yeah, please take some time to go through that. Like James said, the way to learn how to use AI tools is to use AI tools. So try it out. There's no problem. You can make mistakes. That as you use it more, you'll feel more comfortable and more proficient using the tools. Okay, so let's move on to the key capabilities of a lesson GPT. Remember, the lesson GPT is the one that's set up for a specific lesson in your course. So if you have a slide deck in week one, you can set up a GPT to help the student practice that specific slide deck during the week that you're giving that topic. Okay, so what it can do for you, it can review lesson materials post class. Can help them to practice everything that you practice with them in the class and help them to master the content. It can generate instant quizzes, feedback documents, and homework. I always ask my chat GPTs to give a feedback Word document after the session that outlines the corrections, suggestions, and feedback on the session. And this obviously eliminates you having to do that, right? So it's really a time saver. The next point is it can create relevant role play scenarios on demand. And this is great. Depending on what your field of teaching is, you can use the GPT that understands the context to create role plays for the student without you being there. So for example, in my case, I have pharmaceutical sales and marketing professionals. The GPT knows that's the profession of the user. And when it creates a role play for them to practice, we'll create a relevant role play for them. Okay. The GPT is able to adapt to the learner so it can understand mistakes that the learner is making and explain the mistakes they are making, and to correct them without you being there. And then it's always available. And this is such a win, right? The fact that we don't have to be always available, but the custom GPT can always be there for our students. Okay, let's talk about personalized student GPTs, the key capability. So what's different about this GPT is it's created based on the profile of one specific student. And so what you can do is maybe set up a simple Google Forms uh, quiz that the learner can complete, asking them about their goals, their struggles, their schedule, how they would like to be taught, how they would like feedback, and then you can copy that directly into the GPT to create a custom GPT that can help that specific student. And it's really the learners really feel like it knows them, it knows maybe where they work or what their goals are and helps them step by step. And this is not based on a lesson. Okay, so this is based on the student, okay, the learner. So this is different from the lesson GPT. It will help them whenever they want to practice, taking them from where they are to where they want to go. Okay. Of course, you can also input the measurable skill or the metrics you wanted to measure, vocabulary, grammar accuracy, or whatever it is that you would like to see them improve. And it can also give them feedback and help them to move forward in their goals. Also, it can track their progress and give them feedback. And finally, like we said before, it's always available. So you don't have to be there, but the GPT will be there for your learner. So really useful, really powerful tools that we can make available to our learners and clients. Okay. And then let's go to quickly through some other applications. Uh, these are some things myself and James also discussed, and he mentioned as well. You can train GPTs rather than just prompting ChatGPT. You can train GPTs to be already ready whenever you start the conversation. Already knows what its role is. Okay, so the sales coach GPT, for example, you set up a GPT with your goals, the kind of student you want to reach, the kind of objections you are facing, and then it's already prepared for that, and you can work with it. Um, Actually, what's really useful is to include perhaps the transcription of a sales call that you had, and so that it can give you very specific feedback on your sales call and what you could have improved. This is a little uncomfortable because it obviously points out your shortcomings, but it's a really useful way to improve yourself. Marketing Assistant GPT. Um, there's a question here from Jennifer. In order to provide feedback, GPT needs to be listening to class. Okay, yeah. So it might be a little different if it's in a class scenario. This is more for uh, outside of the classroom. They use it on their mobile to practice. Okay, and then they'll get feedback. Okay. All right. And then marketing. I think James mentioned this. Marketing Assistant GPT could be trained with your ideal client, um, uh, you know, avatar, and then help you to create material that will attract that client avatar specifically. Financial Assistant GPT can help you to track expenses and income, also help you see month to month how your business is growing and how you can and so you can find out where the gaps and the problems are to try and improve your business earnings. Project Manager GPT, for example, setting up events or courses and helping you step by step to set those projects up. And then finally, this one I really like, the Customer Support GPT. Remember, these are not names of real GPTs, but these you are going to create as custom GPTs, okay? If you need them. And the Customer Support GPT will know all about you, your business, your programs. And if anyone has a question, you can give them the link and the GPT can answer their questions as well, or if they have any inquiry. So remember, this will be trained very specifically just on your data. So the GPT will answer according to your instructions. Okay. Okay, so that's GPT, custom GPTs, right? And like you said before, if you want to know how to train your GPT, we will share the video link of the meeting myself and James had where we went over how to train a custom GPT. Okay. All right, let's talk about Notebook LM. And I know some of you mentioned that you use Notebook LM. It's a fantastic tool. This is part of the Google suite of AI tools. And yeah, again, it's a free tool you can use, but also has additional benefits and usage if you are a paid user. And so, in terms of the overview, it's an AI notebook that summarizes, groups, and clusters queries and queries your documents. So, basically, what you do is you upload your courses, your PDFs, your PowerPoints, your notes, whatever it is that you use for your teaching, you can upload it to the Google LM, to Notebook LM, and it will synthesize everything and organize all the material, give you a summary, and then also give you access to some really amazing outputs. Okay, so you can see it can generate outlines of your material or lesson summaries or quizzes, flashcards. It can create audio overviews, like a podcast style audio overview of your material. That's like less than 10 minutes that you can send to your learner to listen, to review. It creates now video overviews that has like a PowerPoint slide and voices, really, really good lifelike voices speaking over it that that can help, that can explain a concept. So, example, if you have a specific student that is struggling with a specific grammar point, You can research some, or add research or add any material that you have about that grammar point, and then ask it to create a video overview explaining that grammar point, and it will do so perfectly with examples and in a really fun and engaging way for your learner. So really try to use Notebook LM if you haven't tried it. As I say, it's there are most of the functionality is available for free. So yeah, you should really try out Notebook LM if you haven't. Okay, so why Notebook LM? So basically, it's one hub for everything. It's basically a place where you can store all of your materials and have everything together that it can be analyzed, and various things can be drawn from your material and used in your lesson planning. So yeah, like I mentioned before, it can give you summaries, it can create mind maps on your lessons, and quizzes, study guides. I made one thing I was really impressed by is putting various PDFs together from a mini course and then letting it to create a study guide. So it wrote out all the material and gave quizzes, short quizzes and essay questions that you can share with the student to help them to review the material in detail. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's got micro videos, it's a video overview, and of course, reusable assets. So the things that you create, that you get from Notebook LM, you can create into worksheets, quizzes, and many other assets you can use with your students. Okay, I hope that's clear. Let's move on. So the key capabilities, as I mentioned before, just quickly, 2-minute lesson recaps can be audio or video. You can use it as previews or reviews for your material. It has instant unit summaries and also, as I mentioned before, study guides. You can use it to create flashcards and quizzes, and it acts as a smart library. So it's got all of your material, and you can tag it. It can tag and organize your material so that you can access your material quickly as your base of material grows over time. So really try Notebook LM if you haven't tried it yet. Okay, and then the final one I wanted to go over for today, of course, there are so many AI tools, of course, and they always, I mean, every day there are new tools being created. But I think one of the tools that is really underutilized by educators specifically is the deep research. Okay, so deep research in ChatGPT and the other AI tools also have deep research. It's not just ChatGPT, so you can use them in in most of the platforms. But basically, it's an agent. So what an AI agent is, if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a GPT that can work independently. So basically, you tell it what to do, and it goes off onto the internet, and it scams skims through the internet to find the necessary information so that it can achieve a task that you've asked it to achieve. Okay, so you can see if you go to ChatGPT and you click on the little plus button, you will see a list of options. One of them is agent mode, which we're not going to talk about today because you need the pro version to use that. You can use it on the free version, but not many times. Deep research is basically the agent that does research on the internet on your behalf. Okay, so it reads the web and PDFs in depth online, and it can really save time for market analysis, learner persona analysis. If you are looking for clients, if you want to do marketing, it can source many resources. It can search websites and Google, and articles and blogs, and then synthesize all the information to give you a detailed report, and with citations, with references, so that you can check them yourself or your learner can check them and go back to the original source. Okay, so why should we use deep research? Well, as I mentioned before, it can give you really useful insight into your customers, the market that you're targeting. It can help you to profile the target customers, and that will really help you with your marketing and your course fit, so that what you are creating really helps your ideal client avatar. And then it gives authoritative content because everything is referenced and sourced. So you can be sure that it's not, hallucinating. Of course, we always know AI can hallucinate, so you should always check carefully, but you can check the resources or the sources that will be cited um, by the agent. Of course, this is a time saver. You can imagine, a researcher, a research assistant spends a lot of time researching, right? So the fact that it can go and do research for you is really a time saver and can be really helpful. Okay, so let's look at some practical uses of deep research. So, for example, and there are many, okay, and if you play with it, you will find, and you think about it, you'll find many uses for deep research. But there are a few that I thought of. The one is a curated reading pack, so you can gather resources and information that you can share with your student, or you can use for lesson planning and preparation. Uh, you can get fresh data and examples so that your course material doesn't get stale or boring. You can use it to find new examples, new data that you can use for your lessons. And then also you can use it to build a course. And this is really great. So it can go and pull sources about a topic that you want to create a course around. And of course, you shouldn't ever use AI without checking it. Okay, I think we agree on this point. But it's really like James was saying, it's like AI first thinking. So it will allow you to put the bulk of it together, and then you can refine it. And so basically, it can create the syllabus, the vocabulary list, and the slide outlines. And I think someone mentioned earlier, if you use agent mode will even go so far as to put together the PowerPoint for you in a downloadable format. So it'll find the data, it will synthesize the data, it will make it into the course slides that you need, and it will make the PowerPoint for you. And you can just download it and edit it to your liking. So it's a really amazing and useful tool. That's deep research. And don't forget to try out AI agent mode as well. Even if you're on the free plan, I think you have a few uses per month. That's even more powerful. The agent mode has its own computer in the cloud. Okay, so it uses its own computer in the cloud to carry out tasks for you. And if we go into what the AI agent can do, we'll be here for another 20 minutes. So we won't discuss that in detail now, but definitely be aware of it and try it out. Okay, so we went over today three underused AI tools that you can use today to help you with your teaching business or whatever business you are involved with. Custom GPTs, they are trained GPTs that use your material and help your learners and your customers. Notebook LM is a great hub to store and analyze and synthesize from your library of resources. And ChatGPT Deep Research is fantastic. Research assistant that's always available. You don't have to, it doesn't need a salary. It doesn't get tired or call in sick. It's there when you need it. So it's a really helpful tool to have. Okay, so that's it from me. James, are you ready to continue? I'm
Hey,
sure there are many questions. Oh, go ahead, James.
hey, James. Actually, I'm gonna pin you as well. So yeah, I just want to get some feedback from the audience right now, like how you guys feel at this point, like which tools you find it's really helpful. Um, content sharing. Oh yeah, you can stop sharing now, I guess, James, if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, just let us know some feedback. I know we have covered a lot, especially the custom GPT. We just don't have time to show you how to create them. We're gonna share the live session we did 2 weeks ago. And if you are going to join the bootcamp, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, we're gonna hold your hand and do it together and create these awesome tools. They're gonna save you so much time and avoid burnouts, right? Feel more confident using AI. And also the notebook LM, that's a game changer. Okay, game changer. You can use it so many different ways. I don't think we even covered all of them today. And ChatGPT, deep research, all that. So it's just a lot of useful tools. It just coming to us so quickly, and that's why a lot of people want to learn and then they get overwhelmed. So I want to see some feedback here. How do you guys feel so far? The tools, everything, and which one you find most helpful. If you have more questions, in the Q&A, we can just take maybe a 1 minute break. We have already on track with time, which is great. If you guys have more questions and for me or James. So feel free to do that, and I will share the link to enroll in the bootcamp to remind you. So the bootcamp gonna last 8 weeks. Okay, that's 2 months working together. Okay, that's a lot of time spending together, and we try to make it slow and let people learn, use it, learn, use it. We have this community in on WhatsApp group. Everyone gonna be there, ask questions and talk to each other, and you guys can even host sessions together yourself to practice. So it's really a learning environment we're trying to build in this AI bootcamp. And for everyone who joined before the end of the workshop, if you're one of the first 20, you also get a 30-minute session with me to talk about your AI, everything you want to get some help with from me. And then you also get an AI starter course. We're selling it at $199 for lifetime access. So this is already $350. You can save it and in the bonus. Okay. So I share the link with you guys. Feel free to join or ask questions if you have any. So let me see some of the comment here. Somebody said my head is spinning. Okay. B says three game changers. Robin said very useful. And Tim, deep research sounds interesting. Yeah, I do deep research all the time. If I want to study, an industry, or I'm trying to brainstorm, I want to see what out there. Previously, you spent hours to do the research. You might not even know how to best do the research. Now, the AI not only doing the research for you, but also summarize it in a very structured way that you can read it very quickly, you can understand. And there are different frameworks as well for deep research. So these are the things that we talk about in the AI bootcamp. If you really want to get yourself in this group, in this community where everyone just talk about it, you can get so much better in 2 months. The AI bootcamp is where you want to be. Okay, and we only do it once a year. Okay. Okay, Alan, they're here. Robert, all good. I'm not sure how to implement it on the ChatGPT. So today's session we can only focus on like information. So we're trying to give you information. We want to help you understand what's out there. And the bootcamp, if you want to take action, do it together. How to create ChatGPT, how to custom GPT, how to use Notebook LM, how to use other tools, how to I'm gonna cover effective prompting, okay? How to improve your prompting skills. That's another thing I'm gonna cover. So any other comments before we shift to the next part? Have the provisions, right? Um, Joanne, for the bootcamp, we will need to have the provisions, right? Do you know how to answer that question, James?
I think she's asking pro versions, like the paid versions of the tools.
Oh, okay. So custom GPT, yes, but for prompting, no. And for notebook LM is free. There are many free tools, and usually they have this free tier, they have paid tier. So I would say the majority of AI tools they all have free tier, so you don't have to you use any of the paid version. But if you ask me, James, what is your best investment this year in 2024 or in 2024 and 2025? I would say ChatGPT, $20 a month. I feel like I hired at least five PhD level assistants helping me with my business, with everything. Yeah, so it definitely worth investing the $20 a month with ChatGPT. Even just do it for like 1 month or 2 months in the AI bootcamp to really feel and you can maximize the results, right? So that's good. How many hours per week is required to complete the bootcamp activities? So we want to make it as flexible as possible for our clients in the bootcamp because we know everyone's busy, but we do want to hold you accountable. So we expect you to spend like 2 hours and 3 hours per week on AI, thinking about it, joining the lessons, practice something. But the more time you spend, the better results you're gonna get, the better skills you're gonna develop, right? So, but at least we expect you to spend like 2 hours, including the weekend, right? So, join live sessions, practicing what you learned. So that would be ideal. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna continue with the session. Okay. We'll share my screen with you. We're gonna talk about some effective marketing, effective prompting. Okay, something you're gonna appreciate a lot if you've been using ChatGPT. Okay. or other LMs. Okay. And if you have more questions, feel free to put it in the Q&A. I'll answer them afterwards, okay? Um, okay. Um, okay, good, 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 good. All right. So effective prompting. So what is prompting? Just in case, not everyone knows about it or you don't know about it. Um, Prompting is how we communicate with AI tools. So it's the question or instruction we give to guide a useful response. So just like giving clear instructions to a teaching assistant, right? You have an assistant to tell the assistant what to do and how you can do it. Hey, go grab that and do that, right? And create this thing. So that's what we call prompting. And great prompts lead to great results. So a lot of teachers complain that they get mediocre results from AI. They don't feel like that's even good enough. Oftentimes I would say, hey, do you have good prompts? Do you have great prompts that will give you the great results, right? So if you can have better prompts, it's gonna save you time on planning, writing, research, and materials, right? It reduces AI hallucination. And actually, James mentioned that earlier. AI hallucination, so if you don't know what AI hallucination is, it's just when you are not prompting in the best way, AI might generate false, inaccurate, or misleading information, right? So, and you can improve that, you can reduce that by improving your prompting, okay? And you can also reduce this off-topic answer. Sometimes you ask them to do something, they don't do it. They do something different. So it's not always the AI, it's also about your prompts, okay? So I'm gonna share 6 practical tips for effective prompting. I'm gonna go through them one by one. I hope you're gonna find them helpful, okay? So number one, tip one, ask for a prompt framework. Okay, so let me first explain what framework is, okay? What is a prompting framework? A prompting framework is a structured outline that guides your AI prompt, like a recipe that tells you what to include. So just like a blueprint tells you how to build a house, a prompting framework tells you how to build an effective AI prompt. The framework will tells you, okay, these are things you need to put in your prompt. That's a framework, okay? And why framework? So without framework, your prompt can be very vague, right? And missing key ingredients. And if your prompt is vague and you're missing key ingredients, of course your response wouldn't be the best, right? With the framework, you can save time by reducing back and forth to adjust, ask AI to adjust, and get consistent results you can reuse. And that's another problem. A lot of teachers say, oh, I get different results, very different results every time. Okay, looking at your prompts, are you following a good framework, giving them all the key ingredients in the prompts to get consistent results, right? Build a prompt system you can rely on. So if you have a framework, let's say I have a framework, a prompt with a framework to build a curriculum, you use it every time, you're gonna create very consistent results, okay? So the tip one, going back to tip one, ask for a prompt framework. Let's say, for example, you want to build a new curriculum and don't know the best way to prompt and generate high quality consistent results. Or I want to build a curriculum, but I'm not getting the best result or consistent result. I want to get better results and consistent results. Okay, so then you can just go to AI or ChatGPT. For example, I want to design a curriculum for your student. You want to describe what curriculum, what students. Can you share a few proven prompt frameworks to follow to generate consistent and high quality curriculum? So what I'm trying to say is before you go in and say, hey, help me create a curriculum for the students, which is the example I showed you right earlier. But instead of doing that, you can actually go to AI to ask, hey, are there some proven framework can I use? Then let AI to educate you. Okay, there are frameworks, and then you pick one that makes you feel like a good, or you can test one that you feel good. You can use that framework. So I'm gonna really want to help you understand this, okay? So let's say in the curriculum development world, there's a framework called RODES, RODES. So this is a framework, so tells you what you need to put in the prompt. You need to define a role. You need to define the objective. You need to define you need to share the details. You need to share example, and you also want to do a sense check. So this is the components of your prompt. And this is one of many frameworks you can use, but this framework has been very popular in this curriculum development world rules, right? Just give you an example. Let's say you want to create curriculum and you can define a role. Let's say you are a curriculum designer specialized in workplace English for IT professionals. And then you give objective, create a 4-week course syllabus focused on helping intermediate, blah, blah, right? Then you give details. The learners are their main challenges are this, and the course through this, the details of the curriculum you put there. Examples, here are examples of a weekly lesson structure should be like, right? Give some examples. And the sense check, before showing the syllabus, check whether the lesson sequence and activities address the learner challenges I share. If not, revise and adjust accordingly. So this is the prompt you can put together with a framework. Again, there are many frameworks, but Rose is a good framework for curriculum development. Right now, I'm gonna do a demo. Let's say you copy this one. So this is your prompt, basically, right? You copy it, and then you put into, I'm using ChatGPT, right? You put it into ChatGPT, right? And then you see it's doing exactly what we're telling them to do. They're doing a sense check first. So they already get the answer. They're actually doing sense check before they share with you, which a lot of people don't do, right? They just share with you. Now you check. Now you can ask ChatGPT, ask AI to check first. Are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the right job? A good job? Are you doing following the instruction correctly before you share the data with me? So this is first thing, and then the output. I believe this is much better than most people who use just a random prompt because we are using a framework. And the good thing is when you have another curriculum, you use the same framework, you're gonna get more consistent results. They're gonna look very similar and the quality is gonna be very high to the standard you want. So this is the best, the reason we want to use framework, okay? So we did a demo. So I want to pause here because this is probably new to many of you guys. What do you guys think? Like the framework. So before you do anything, you can always ask, hey, there's a framework I use. If whenever you want to get some high quality, consistent results for the test you're trying to do, always ask, hey, there's framework, and then you're gonna learn about a lot of frameworks, and then you can use a framework to use that, right, to generate more consistent, high quality results. What do you guys think? Ruben, love it. This is helpful. Great framework. Thanks. Anyone else? I've never used SenseCheck. I think it's the thing I have been missing. Absolutely, absolutely perfect. Natalia, Barbara, love it. Great tips. Great, great, great. Carla, down. Okay, Rizwana. That's great, guys. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? The AI, framework. So this is the tip one. We're gonna go back to the slides. So the second tip, lock in a repeatable prompt. Okay, I hope you guys find this helpful too. So the idea is, so sometimes it takes you a lot of time to finish task and finally you're happy with the results. It takes you quite a few times to repeat and adjust the instruction. Finally, you're happy with the results. Then you can ask AI to create a reusable prompt so you can use it to get same results next time or delegate it to someone else. So you have gone through the whole process to let AI finally understand what you wanted to do, and you are happy with the results. Now you can ask AI, hey, can you generate a prompt by just saying, this worked great. Can you summarize the process into a reusable prompt I can use again to get the same results? And then AI gonna generate a long prompt. And then next time you just copy paste and you will get very close, if not exactly, the results you wanted. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this one? What do you think about this one? So this happens a lot. Sometimes I spend like maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, finally get people get the results. Now I don't want to go through the same process. I'll just ask AI, hey, can you summarize the process into a prompt I can use? And then you can even give it to somebody else. And that prompt, gonna be time saver, right? Great tips. The great tips. And you can just know the prompts, you can just copy paste somewhere, right? And then next time you just copy paste over. So that's wonderful for offering consistent quality. Great tips. Thank you guys. Tip three, this is great too, right? Ask me question to help me think. All right. The idea is sometimes we don't even know what to ask. We just have a vague goal or problem. We can tell AI to ask you questions to help clarify your goals and the path. So we don't have to always go in with answers or with instructions. I just have a goal. I just want to achieve something. I don't even know what question to ask. And then you can do this. I want to, let's say one example, I want to earn more income with my teaching skills, but I'm not sure how. Can you ask me a few questions to help me understand my potentials and explore different paths? Right? You don't even know how to ask the question. You don't even know what you're gonna tell AI. Then you just ask AI to ask questions, ask you questions to help you think. So this is great. Whenever you're not, I mean, a lot of times, people don't get great results just because they don't ask the right question. Now you don't need to ask the right questions. You just ask AI to ask you questions to help you think. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this one? Great, down, Jennifer, awesome, fantastic, brilliant. I can use it. So I don't even know, like, oh, I'm thinking about my retirement. What should I know? Hey, ask me question to help me plan my retirement. You don't even need to know what to ask, right? Oh, I want to find a job. I don't know what can I do. Can I ask questions to help me understand or help me plan it? You can just ask AI to ask questions to help you. Then AI, while they're asking questions, they're gathering information, they are strategizing for you, and then give you a roadmap, right? So number four, say no if you don't know. This is quite useful too. So explicitly telling AI to admit when it's unsure to avoid hallucinated or misleading responses. This builds trust and improve quality. I don't know if you guys find out sometimes you ask something, AI always want to give you answer and the answer is not even correct because they don't want to say no. They just want to give you answers, and that's kind of their personality. Now every time you feel like they might not know or you feel like the answer is not right, you can always add this to your prompts. Whatever you tell them at the end, you say, hey, if you're not sure, see, I don't know, instead of making things up. Make something up. And this is gonna help you reduce the hallucination, and then the false response, because now AI know they can say no, no. I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but if you add this to your prompts, you're gonna reduce these false, incorrect responses. What do you guys think about this one? Okay. Tip four is fantastic. This is great tip. Important. Great. All right. All right. How do you guys love these four tips so far? What do you guys think? Okay, so sometimes like when I talk to people, they all like, oh, I use AI all the time. I know how to use AI, but honestly, are you really leveraging AI to the highest extent, highest potential? No, it's not. It's just like, oh, I can speak English. Are you really good at speaking English? Are you really good at that using that language? Probably no, right? You can always improve, and the better you are, the better results you're gonna get, right? There's so much you need to learn, and I just want to tell you guys, right? If you feel like you need to learn the AI fluency bootcamp, we do it once a year, okay? Once a year. Join us, and you are not gonna regret, okay? So tip four: say no if you don't know. Tip five: I like this one a lot. Okay, let me explain what this is. Before jumping into a detailed request, take a step back and explain why you're doing something. Let AI think with you and maybe even suggest a better way. Because you're teachers, we're coaches, we always have our own method or mindset or way of doing things. And I don't like going into AI to directly tell them, hey, do this, following this. That's my understanding. I want to know, are there better ways to do this? Am I not even doing the best way? So I want to take one step back before I tell them to do things following what I think is the best. I want them to suggest if there are alternative ways to do it. So then the prompt can be, I want to create, for example, I want to create a presentation about inclusive grading practices. But before we begin, here's why I'm doing it. I'm training new teachers and I want to make it more accessible. Do you think this is the best format, or if there's a better way to present it? Right? So you can tell AI what you want to do and ask, hey, tell me if this is the best way to do it, or there's a better way to present it. And then this is how you can learn very quickly on subjects, on things you do, not only following your existing understanding, because things are changing very quickly, right? Who knows? Your method was the best one, but now things are different. There are better ones. You don't know. Now is the chance to explore and learn, and then you're gonna find so many new things you never heard of, and that actually gonna make the result even better, right? So this tip five, what do you guys think? Love tip four and tip five. Makes sense. Love that one. Totally agree. All right. It's great, great, great. Tip five. Tip six. All right. Give feedback to improve outputs. This is not that surprising, but I don't think everyone's doing it. So sometimes, even if AI is not giving you the best results, at the beginning, so treat them as real collaborators. Like they are like helping you, collaborating you, like they're your teaching assistants. Don't give up on them. Just help them understand and share your feedback. While you're sharing feedback, AI will learn more about it and it can do better, right? Something like this was too academic. Rewrite it in a more casual tone, and so you can always give them feedback, and they can improve, right? And connect to the, I think, tip two, right? Once they improve to the level you want, then you say, hey, can you help me develop a prompt I can use to get the same results, right? So this whole process, but the more you do it, the better you're gonna be, and the better the AI gonna understand what you want to do, what's your style, and then you can generate the prompts and then make sure you can get a similar result next time. So tip six. So these are six tips. Okay, ask for a prompt framework, lock in a repeatable prompt. Number three, ask me questions to help me think. Number four, say no if you don't know. Number five, take one step back. Number six, give feedback to improve outputs.